cryptozoo.co. I'm going to tease it. That's all I'm going to say about it now, because we're finishing up the development, but I am so excited about this project. It's so fun. It provides a yield with a token, can earn you money. And as a person who understands, I think, the NFT space enough to know what works, what people want, and what they're looking for, I think my game is going to make some waves.
Logan Paul is suing me for Cryptozoo only a year after he thanked me for it. Rather than pay back his victims fully, Logan would rather publicly humiliate himself in court by accusing me of defaming him. He's hired 5 lawyers to sue me, which he hopes will stop me from exposing him again.
You took a shot at my reputation. So in this video today, I'm going to be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting as you continue to morph from an investigator to a gossip channel.
There are many reasons not to like Jake and Logan Paul that I could talk about, but it would just make this video way too long. But most recently, of course, we all had to constantly hear about Jake versus a 58-year-old retired boxer for the most underwhelming fight that Netflix couldn't even stream well enough for people to see. With many people accusing Mike Tyson of selling out for money and losing the fight on purpose, which he denies. Now, of course, Logan has had his own controversies, such as his lunchly or filming a dead person in a forest in Japan who had committed suicide and posting it online, followed by one of the worst apology videos I've ever seen.
A severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize.
Now, the early warning signs of the type of people that they are were clear since their early Vine days. We haven't been able to escape them. But in this video, I wanted to focus on cryptocurrency because just like other influencers, they can't help themselves, and Jake and Logan Paul are not low on cash, but the temptation to use their fans to make easy money is simply too strong. Now, in Jake's case, on February 12, 2021, on Twitter, he promoted a token by the name of Tronix. The tokens were securities publicly offered by Tron Foundation Limited, which is owned by a man by the name of Yushin Justin Sun, who was also tagged in the tweet. The tweet was actually a reply from a rapper by the name of Lil Yachty, who had included the TRX hashtag and a rocket ship emoji. Jake was paid in crypto assets worth around $25,000, but he did not disclose this fact that he was getting paid to promote the tokens. So the SEC fined him, as well as Lil Yachty and Lindsay Lohan, just to name a few, over $400,000 in a settlement which didn't admit guilt on Jake's part, according to the SEC. Now, Logan went down a bit more of a different route, which I would say is a bit more of a creative way to scam people, and that was with Cryptozoo.
For the last 6 months, I've been working on my own NFT project that I believe is going to change the game. September 1st, cryptozoo.co. I'm going to tease it. That's all I'm going to say about it now.
Now, Cryptozoo was a blockchain game launched in 2021, promising a mix of cryptocurrency and non-fungible tokens within a game. So basically, it was marketed as like a fun blockchain game that could earn you money. And the way it worked was that they sell you these egg NFTs as well as the Zoo token, and you can buy the Zoo token coin with your real money, and you can use the Zoo token coin to buy the eggs, which then hatch into animals, which can make you more Zoo tokens. So the way it works then is that you can also breed the animal NFTs that hatch and make rare breeds, which in return can make you more Zoo token. But people were quick to lock into it. $3 million worth of NFT sales and tens of millions of dollars worth of sales in token.
$3 million in NFT sales, tens of millions of dollars in the tokens itself, the Zoo tokens. People are so excited about it because it's Logan Paul. And he says this is his project. He's putting his name behind it, his backing behind it, and he's a great marketer.
But what happened? Well, of course, almost immediately there was problems. The eggs themselves, which were supposed to hatch into animals, didn't seem to do that. Half of them didn't hatch at all. And investors spent thousands of dollars on this Cryptozoo NFT and tokens, only to see the value plummet, which of course is like the classic pump and dump method, where the value of the token was shot up through this Cryptozoo game, and the developers and insiders sold it at a high price. They took all the money, Logan, and because all those people that invested in the money and had the tokens that had no value now, they had nothing. And there was one man, for example, from America who spent $40,000 on NFTs. Even after the value of it crashed, he was still convinced that it was going to work and he wanted to hold on to the money. Logan claimed he spent over $1 million on the project
and are probably out of pocket like $1 million just because we believe it's going to work.
But after the announcement of the release, he just kind of seemed to abandon the whole thing altogether. So people just weren't getting anything out of it. In fact, they were losing so much money. Now, Coffeezilla did a great couple of videos about this scam. And Logan being Logan, he denied all the allegations and threatened to sue Coffeezilla. But Coffeezilla, as always, had his proof. And Logan initially dismissed, obviously, the claims.
Dangerously misleading and illegal. I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it.
Now, of course, the threats he made to sue Coffeezilla weren't threats because he did and is currently suing Coffeezilla.
Logan Paul is suing me for Cryptozoo only a year after he thanked me for it. Rather than pay back his victims fully, Logan would rather publicly humiliate himself in court by accusing me of defaming him.
And is currently suing Coffeezilla because of the videos that Coffeezilla made. But, you know, Logan would eventually admit that he made a mistake hiring the con man and felons to run his project, but denied any responsibility in the failures.
Jake the Snake is no longer affiliated with Cryptozoo, and we hope the money he reappropriated was worth ruining his reputation. Con man Eddie is being investigated by a higher authority that I cannot speak on. As you can imagine, I was not cleared from legal to discuss much of this, including the legal process being undertaken and the criminal investigations going on during the fallout, but I do appreciate you calling out that rats under my nose stole the game code, millions of dollars, and left Jeff and I abandoned with no team and knives in our back.
And like, it just makes you think, like, Logan, you know, you're seriously claiming something you promoted, something that you spent $1 million on, that you were not aware of any of the shady shit that was going on. I mean, I highly doubt that. And if what you say is true, that makes you extremely ignorant and extremely irresponsible to promote something that you know your loyal fan base, which are young, majority of which are young, do not have a lot of money, would be easily influenced, and you still promote it anyway. That's just irresponsible and disgusting. People that do not have the level of wealth that you have. I just don't understand the thinking behind that response. And in February 2023, thankfully, he was presented with a class action lawsuit by some of those who actually invested in the game, and a refund program began a year later. In January 2024, Paul was offering to partially refund tokens from fans who agreed not to sue him. Now, he also go on to counterclaim against the two other defendants in the suit with him who helped develop the game, Eduardo Ibanez and Jake Greenbaum, who he has claimed are the criminals behind all of this. Now, time will tell what happens with those lawsuits. These things tend to take a very long time, and Logan is known to lawyer up with the best.
He's hired 5 lawyers to sue me, which he hopes will stop me from exposing him again.
Now, this isn't the first time that Logan Paul has promoted coin. He also promoted an Elon Musk themed one by the name of ElonGate, and he stated,
ElonGate made me rich. ElonGate, baby, let's go.
She announced in the video clip to a Maverick Club, which is like a subscription only fan club, and following the name check, the price rose by over 6,000%, and it remained at that price for a few hours before it crashed. Again, classic rug and pull method. He promoted a coin, it shot up in value, the coin was sold, shot down in value, people who invested have nothing, and it's the kind of scam that like is so obvious with cryptocurrency. Like that, to me, it's insane that there isn't criminal charges for this. Like every example of cryptocurrency scams that I've seen, it seems to be a case, especially with celebrities, where they just get fined. And like even like with Jake Paul getting fined, and even though Logan's currently getting sued, he's probably just going to get fined, or they'll settle and it won't be near as much. Either way, like whatever fine they get, it doesn't even cover like half of how much they made. So like it's worth the risk for them to get fined. And they don't seem to care that they're, you know, scamming their fan base. But it wasn't the only coin. There was another one he promoted in June 2021, which was a meme coin called Dink Doink. And basically anyone who bought it would own shares in a cartoon character that resembled a metal coil for some reason. And they would earn a portion of the earnings if it appeared on a TV show or movie. Then he promoted it on Twitter and told the Telegram group that was dedicated to Dink Doink that he believed in it, saying that it's going to go crazy.
What up, Dink Doink Telegram? It's me, Logan Paul. Now I know what you're thinking. Logan, what the f are you doing here? I'm doing the same thing as you. Holding my doink. That's what I'm doing. This is a shit coin I believe in. It's my favorite one, to be honest. Dink Doink is so much more than a meme coin. It's a multimedia coin. Cartoon meets crypto. It's the blockchain, baby.
And again, this led to a huge influx of buyers, causing value to spike. And then, of course, that familiar pattern kicks in where they begin selling at the highest value, and it went down by 96% in 2 weeks. So again, that's another example, rug and pull method. And The other thing about this, which makes Paul shady as fuck to me, is that anonymous wallet that bought Dink Doink before Logan promoted it sent Logan $100,000. Logan's lawyers claimed that the money wasn't related to Dink Doink and stated that Logan only made $17,000 from the coin. And if that's true, he still made money off a coin that he promoted with another rug pull. So the trend just continues on, but it's crazy to me that an anonymous wallet that bought the coin before he promoted it sent him $100,000 after its shopping value, but then it wasn't from that. So I think it's fair to say that if the allegations made against Logan are true, he's a greedy asshole who has no problem scamming his loyal fan base out of money. And Logan is powerful enough to sue anyone who claims that he's doing so, despite the evidence that seems to suggest otherwise. He has so much money that he can just keep running lawsuits into the ground for people, and people that don't have a lot of money can't really fight back. But like at this point, he doesn't even need the money. Like, he's worth so much money. Like, how much more money does someone need? And at this point, it stops being about the money. It's about the ego and the power he feels. The more money he has, the more powerful he is. It's all ego, because he could live probably 2 or 3 more generations with the wealth he has and he'll be fine. And like, he's also made plenty of money off his podcast. He has the lunch lead thing that he released with KSI and Mr. Beast, which has had mixed reviews. I did a video on that as well. But he does not need your money. Do not give it to him. If anyone is promoting a coin, do not give them your money. I know it seems tempting because it's like a nice passive income, especially during these high cost of living times, but it's always a scam. You're always going to lose out on money, and people need to really listen. Logan also has multiple lawsuits against his Prime energy drink that he has with KSI, from vendors, from bottler plant, to name just a few. So it's just shady shit all around. And if he's willing to do this to his fans, why follow him? Why support him? Just like other influencers I cover, he doesn't deserve his fan base. If you're actually willing to scam the people who have helped you become famous, who have helped you make your money, because without your fans, you're not making money. You don't have the popularity or the influence. Like, you should be grateful for your fans, and you should be gracious and humble. But instead, you just want to scam them, take their money, because what, you don't have enough? It's disgusting, and I don't know why anyone even likes these twats. The two of them are twats. Even if you want to remove all the crypto stuff, they're just twats. They're just selfish, narcissistic, ego-driven maniacs. I just don't understand why people give them the time of day, because they keep proving their real virtues all the time. And I hope people like Coffeezilla continue to expose people that are like this, because people that are like this don't deserve their platform. That's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. First video of 2025 is now done, and plenty more videos to come this year as every other year before that I've been doing this, and I'm hoping to hit 1,000 subscribers this year. That's a goal. It'd be great if the momentum kind of goes the way it's going, then hopefully I'll get there. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing and liking and sharing. Every view means a lot to me, so I'm internally grateful to you guys for being here and for taking the time to watch my content. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about Logan Paul. Hopefully you agree that he's a twat as well as his brother, but yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.